Hello everybody and welcome to episode 3 of the Toronto Blue Jays franchise here in MLB 20 the show. Now, going into this episode, your Toronto Blue Jays are 23-19, 2.5 games behind the New York Yankees. Current situation, we lost 2 out of 3 against Oakland. However, we've taken the first 2 here in Texas, and we'll be playing this third game with Tanner Roark, and I will see you in the game.
We are ready for baseball here at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas, as your Toronto Blue Jays at 23-19 will be taking on the absolute garbage Stellar Texas Rangers. I wonder if somebody's going to get punched in this game. Anyways, here's the trash starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers, Mike Minor. 8 starts, 1-4, 4.75, gotten around 40 innings, 44 hits, 13 walks, 36 strikeouts, a whip of 1.5. He'll be taking on Tanner Rainey. 9th start of the season, 3-3 record, 4.38, 50 innings. 53 hits, a 1.30 whip, 11 strikeouts, 11 walks, 42 strikeouts, my bad. As he's been pretty solid to start this season. First, top one, Grichuk steps to the plate against Mike Minor. And Minor will fucking hang this pitch like a fucking pirate, and Randall Grichuk will fucking proceed to shoot that pitch halfway to the fucking sun. As the Blue Jays would take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. Randall Grichuk leaves the yard with a solo shot.
For Grichuk, this would be the start of a very good night for the Jays designated hitter. Bottom one.
Love the homer in the top of
Oh yeah, bottom one, Hyun-Jin Ryu. I meant, no, fucking Tanner Roark would work his way into some trouble. Walk to Elvis Andrus to start the game. Immediately followed by a pitch approximately 700 feet out of the strike zone. And Jansen cannot throw out Elvis Andrus. But then he would immediately settle down because the Rangers are trash and he'd strike out Matt Duffy. Then he'd proceed to do the same fucking thing to Willie Calhoun because the Dodgers ripped the fuck off of the Rangers when they got Hugh Darvish. And then Danny Santana would proceed to offer even less resistance because on the first pitch he would fucking immediately fly out. Anyways, on to the second inning where Tanner Rainey would proceed to do this shit again. Or Tanner Roark, actually. Why do I keep calling him Tanner Rainey? Anyway, line drive the other way. Double. Chu is in business because Chu is actually a pretty good player. Then, Sam Travis would become a good player all of a sudden and walk. But that would, and then, Tanner Roark can't fucking find the strike zone if it was painted on the catcher's chest as he throws another wild pitch. But then he would develop super baseball powers and strike out the fucking side. There's one swinging. The next one would also be swing, as he would get the rookie in his first game, Door? Yeah, we'll call him Door. He would also strike out like a fucking bitch. And then Fetcherich would also chase the exact same pitch out of the strike zone. And the Rangers would fucking fall with a little resistance. And the Rangers fans continue to be weird. In the top of the third inning, Bo would unleash his Bo flow for the first time in this game with a little blooper single the other way. Because, feel the flow, my dudes. Feel the flow. Bo, got your flow. And that would extend his hitting streak to 10 games as Bo Bichette's finally starting to turn his shit around, and maybe he will finally stop hitting 100. Yeah, his average has been like 150 most of the season. Lourdes Gurriel would proceed to follow this up by being Lourdes Gurriel and doing this, because Gurriel is the best player on this fucking team. As that one goes, that one basically, he looks over at Joey Gallo and calls him a bitch because, you know, Joey Gallo sat out this game, and he's like, I got the light power, bitch. Look at me. I'm the best hitter now. My brother needs a fucking trash can. I have actual talent. As his brother in Houston fucking bangs on a trash can angrily. But Lourdes Gurriel Jr., oh my god, that fucking swing, and bat flip that shit to the moon, my man. He's dominated that poor fucking ball. 3-0 Blue Jays. Starting off the 5th inning, Bo would once again show the flow. Another base hit as he's finally fucking turning it around. Oh my goodness, that would force Mike Minor out of the game. And the Rangers, instead of, you know, going to an actual relief, as Bo Bichette is third on the team in hits, the Rangers, instead of going to an actual reliever, would bring in fucking Austin Bibbins-Dirks, who I didn't even know was still in baseball, let alone alive. I thought he fucking died in a boating accident, but Gurriel got a base hit. And it was first and second, nobody out, facing Randall Grichuk, who has been on fucking fire over the last, like, 3 games. So, you know, we all know how this is gonna go. Bibbins-Dirks would proceed to do this nonsense. Bang! Down the line on a frozen rope and gone. Randall Grichuk, second of the night. The man is literally walking in fucking fire. Blue Jays 6-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Joe Panik would later hit a solo home run, but I lost the fucking recording for that, so you know, cool. End of this inning, the Jays would be leading 7-0.
3 times so far in this one, guys.
You know, D-Row, looks like the
as
boys
Randall
are
Grichuk proceeds to make his case to stay in Toronto.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling any.
Then by the 7th inning, Randall Grichuk again. Once again, another Grichuk highlight. He really wants to be fucking loved, and he would walk. Once again, big day for the Jays DH. Nicasio would walk him. Then Yasiel Puig would strike out like a little bitch, but at least the Rangers catcher's an idiot, as pictured here. Grichuk would just be like, oh, well, you know, I'm just going to fucking take this and steal second.
Get him at second, and he'll make it in easily at second, as I'd imagine that'll be scored.
Rangers, the Blue Jays DH would be on second when the first pitch to Joe Panik. Juan Nicasio was like, throw a good pitch, nah, fam, watch this. Fastball right down the middle of the plate. Panik gets his 3rd hit of the day, and Randall Grichuk comes across to score 8-0. The Blue Jays have essentially come into Arlington and fucking murdered them. It's like the 28-16 ALDS all over again. Also 2015. They probably still remember that bat flip in their nightmares. Anyways, Danny Jansen is shit. Yeah. You know, Reese McGuire was caught fucking masturbating in his fucking car in a Florida parking lot, and he's still better than you. Trent Thornton would come on to finish his game in the 9th. Fly ball. And the Blue Jays take it. Tanner Roark, 8 1/3 innings, 1 earned run. Trent Thornton, an inning and a third. An inning and 2/3, 2 no earned runs. Blue Jays cruise to the victory. Randall Grichuk, player of the game. 8-1. Blue Jays finish the sweep, and I will be signing off from the Boss King Returns YouTube channel. Live commentary, Anthony. Take it away.
Only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Okay, so going into the second game of the episode, the AL East is ridiculously close, with the top 4 teams only being separated by a game and a half. Then the Orioles being 8.5 behind the rest of us. Anyways, that's all for this. Back into the game.
We are under the lights.
We are ready for baseball here in St. Louis as your 33 and 27 Toronto Blue Jays will be facing the 24 and 36 St. Louis Cardinals from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. The Blue Jays rocking their mid-2000s black uniforms today. And the Cardinals starter will be Carlos Martinez. 11 starts this year, 1-5 with an ERA over 6 in 46 innings, 53 hits, 27 walks, 48 strikeouts, a WHIP of 1.73, and he'll be facing Hyun-Jin Ryu with his 13th start, and this will be his 13th start of the season. 5-1, 3.17 ERA in nearly 80 innings, 77 hits, 16 walks, 58 strikeouts, a WHIP of 1.21. And we will jump to the bottom of the second inning. Reese McGuire at the plate, runners at first and second. And McGuire would get a second pitch. I think it was a sinker from Martinez, and he would beat the ball on the ground like he beat his meat in the middle of a fucking Florida parking lot and ground into a double play. Then we jump ahead to the next inning. The Blue Jays would get the leadoff man on, but then Bo Bichette would ground into a double play again. This time, with less beating his meat like a dumbass in the Florida parking lot. But, shit happens. I'm sure Reese McGuire has a very good reason why he did that.
Foul for the first strike.
And then we jump ahead to the fifth, where the Blue Jays would once again get the leadoff man on. Ryu would bunt, but, bunting works in this game so well. And that would be the third double play the Blue Jays have grounded into at this point in the game. As this game definitely was not annoying to play. Luckily, in the top of the sixth, Gurriel would work the count in his favor with nobody on, and hit this ball promptly to the fucking moon, which was very nice. That felt nice. After fucking 87 double plays. Anyways, Gurriel would round the bases, basically proceed to bat. He also bat flipped the fucking thing to the sun. And, good for this Gurriel. If it was his brother, he would have needed a fucking trash can. But you think we're done with double plays. Kevin Biggio would work the count full against Jordan Hicks in the next inning, and then proceed to do this. Yeah. Fun. 4.
That's a great example there of why this...
Anyways, 8th inning, 2 outs. Gurriel, do your fucking thing. Be the best player on this team. Thank you. Gurriel would get a base hit off of John Brivia. And, let's get a nice little rally started. Gurriel and Grichuk are the only two competent fucking players on this team half the time. Ain't that right? Yep, that's right. He'd fucking hit that ball right off of his fucking kid. And, runners on first and second.
Let's see if he's okay out there. Well, this is searches, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2.
Then Travis Shaw would, work a nice little walk. Because, that's what he likes to do. He likes to walk to first base. Like bitches do. Teoscar Hernandez would step to the plate, and then this would happen because John Brivia is a fucking scrub. Yeah, he'd throw a wild pitch. 2-0 Toronto.
What a bad time for a wild pitch as the run will score from third.
Later on in the inning, the Blue Jays would load the bases
Give this guy's a
for
Side as that
Danny
perhaps will
Jansen,
back him off a bit. 1 and
who would
2.
fall behind in the
Jansen
count
is
1-2,
considered one of the
and
best
then, you know,
defensive catchers in the game
strike
today.
out like a fucking
Swing
bitch
and a
face.
miss. That retires the side.
Because we
and
pinch
that
hit him
will do
for
it.
jerking off, because
on
we
two.
found Danny
Yeah,
because we
back
found
nothing
Danny
in
Jan.
one.
No,
We're
Reese
moving
McGuire
along into
jerking
the
off in the
later
parking
innings,
lot.
and
Okay.
this guy's throwing over 60%
Eighth inning,
of his first
Ryu
balls
still
for
on the
strikes.
hill
He'd
for
like to do a little bit
1-0-1
more,
count,
but
fly
so
out.
far, so good.
Easy out.
Hernandez is right there, 1 down.
Next batter would
Swing
come
and
to
a
the
miss.
plate. He'd do the same. Harrison Bader would do the same fucking thing.
Line drive to center field. Hernandez.
Teoscar
is
Hernandez
there,
having a
2
very
gone.
busy day in center field. And then to close out his final inning of work,
The upper part of
on
the zone
his
for strike
102nd pitch of the night,
Man, this
he
dude
would
is
throw a
locked in on
0-2
the
pitch
mound. He's
to
throwing each pitch with
Dexter
confidence.
Fowler.
This one's
Moving
skied
over
out toward
would be,
right, and he will get there to
I think
make
that's
the
Grichuk,
running play,
and the inning would
that
end.
will end the
8
inning.
shutout innings
Down
for
in order
Hyun-Jin
goes
Ryu.
3.
Later on in the
Bases
starting
are
off
empty,
the
1 man out.
9th inning, the Blue Jays would work a 3-0 count. With Panic
And
would
he
work a
lays
3-0
off
count
all
and
4,
walk
so
while
he
pinch
comes
hitting
right
for
off the
Ryu.
bench and works the walk.
And then Bo
Usually
Bichette would
easier
live up
said
to his
than done.
fucking potential for once.
So coming to the
Okay,
plate, Bo
he's
Bichette,
actually a
and
pretty
he's
good
the
baseball player.
reigning
But Bo
American
Bichette
League
would,
Player of the
unleash the flow. He would unleash the Bo flow.
He's set,
And
here it comes.
absolutely fucking rocket this
It's
pitch
swung
off
on
the
and
right
driven
field
out to
wall,
right center
off the
field, a
fucking
ball that's
bullpen.
well hit.
And score a run
And
from
that'll get
first, and the
down
Blue
out there
Jays
for
would take a
extra
3-0 lead.
Panic
And
is on
thank
his
God
way
we
home.
didn't ground
The
into another double
relay,
play. But then
and
Bichette would be an
he
idiot
is
and get thrown out.
retreating to second as they
No,
slap the
nothing,
tackle.
nothing further would cross the plate in this inning. And with 2 outs in the 9th and a runner on,
Cardinals down to their
Giles would
final
close
strike
his
here.
game.
And this ball swung on and
Carpenter
hit to
would
center
fly out to
field, and
deep
this should
center
do it.
field, and the Blue Jays would take a
Makes the
4-0
catch, and the Blue
lead
Jays have
here
taken
in
game
St.
1 of the
Louis.
series on the
Ryu,
road as the ball
dominant
game is
player of the
over.
game.
Yeah, and in this game, you always
Lourdes
try to
Gurriel
find a way
continues to be a
to be
fucking
hopeful.
badass.
They win the
And the
first
Blue
game of a
Jays
new month and are now looking to
rocking
keep it
those
rolling
jerseys
the
that
rest
I
of the way.
remember from when I was a
4-0
kid.
the score tonight.
Will
The Toronto
take
Blue
a
Jays
4-0
rode an
victory.
important 6th inning to victory in this one. Hyun-Jin
Thank
Ryu
fucking God.
earns his
If I had
6th
lost
winning
after all those
decision
double
in this
plays,
one,
I
allowing only
may
a
have
pair of
thrown my
hits in
TV
8
out the
full
fucking
innings
window.
pitched. So that's a
Anyways,
wrap here tonight.
back
For
to
Mark
live
DeRosa,
commentary,
Dan Pluzak,
Anthony.
and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian.
Signing off
You've
from
been
the
watching
Boss King
MLB The
Returns.
Show. For
You
more, find
to
us on
the
Twitter
channel.
at MLB The Show.
See you next time. So with that, this is the end of this episode, and we're currently only a game out of first place, but this division is a shit show. Anyways, that's all for this episode. We'll see you guys next time.